What is going on, guys? It is your boy Kazo, and I'm gonna try to wrap this up quickly because if you watched my last video, this is a two-parter. The last part, or part 1, was on the 6 million Grand Summoners live stream. Congratulations to the milestone. But this is the part where we talk about the collab units, the Eminence and Shadow. Now, when it comes to units, I tend to talk a lot about them, and usually I only do one unit because they usually only release one unit, but collabs, they release a lot of them. So I'm gonna try to be quick with this. I'm gonna be very quickly giving you my rankings to begin with, and then I'm gonna actually give you my thoughts on each character. So starting off, we have 4 characters: Shadow, Beta, Alpha, and Delta. And going off from worst to best, worst being Delta. Okay, Delta is trash, and I'll get into why she sucks in comparison to everybody, right? I'm comparing her to everyone in the collab, not her versus the whole Super Awoken units. We have to just keep that in mind. Now, second and third place can actually be tied just depending on what you value more, but generally I'm gonna say that Shadow is third, right? He can be number 2 in terms of ranking, but I'm gonna just say for a lot of people he's going to be third. Now, second is going to be Alpha. Again, she can also be third, but generally I would say that she's number 2, which leaves the best character in the collab being Beta. Beta's the best, okay? Beta's the best character in this collab, so let's break it down. I'm going to go from worst, I guess I'll just talk about the worst one. So, Delta. Why is Delta the worst character in this collab, and why do I say she sucks? Well, first of all, she doesn't actually quote-unquote suck. Super Awoken units are good, they're broken, they can clear a lot of the content, plain and simple. Thing is, she is a copy-pasted unit. Now, what do I mean by copy-pasted? You're going to see very on, once you read this, and then I bring up Shadow's page, that they look strikingly similar. They look like they do similar things, and that's because they do. Considering the fact that Shadow releases before Delta, it just tells me that they copy-pasted Shadow's kit, put it onto Delta, changed a little things to make her look different, and then said, instead of it being AoE, we're going to make it selfish and only apply to Delta. This is embarrassing kit design, in my opinion. I don't know how you get to this low. This is embarrassing. Like, this is ridiculous. Like you can have characters look like other characters, but don't even do it in the same collab. Like, that's just, what the hell, right? What is going on? Like, yeah, she has cool things. She stacks fire resistance, that's good, right? She can do a lot of damage with 300% damage, pretty good. Has a good ability, can get 10 arch in a second. She's gonna be fast, but it's just a copy-pasted kit that I just can't get over. Like, and I already know that because they're very similar, her and Shadow, I doubt they're gonna stack, which makes it even worse and less justifiable to run Delta with her counterparts. But yeah, that's Delta. You can read the kit. Nothing is too impressive. Nothing really brings much to the team. If you're new or late game, like, you probably have characters that hit harder than her. You have characters that do more than her, provide more. And for, beginners, yeah, she's gonna do a lot for you in terms of damage, but there's nothing else that's really happening here. There's nothing else. She's a purely selfish character and won't make any of your other characters better. There's better characters in this collab that do that and also provide damage, and that is the man that I'm talking about, Shadow. Again, I put him at 3, he can be 2. In terms of the ranking, there's 4 characters. Now, if we look at Shadow's kit and look at his super art specifically, really quickly, it has 10,000 more modifier, gives AoE ignore defense, unlike, I already forgot her name, Delta, and it gives AoE increased damage by 200%, 100% less than Delta, but it's AoE. Remember, it's AoE, so it's actually way better. Yeah, it's just way better. It's way better. You don't have to complete as many conditions, and his ability is also AoE Archgen. Yes, it's strictly for dark units, but like, that's good. Like, that's okay, right? And even if it's just for himself, that's 5 Archgen. That's good, right? Like, that's fine. Delta's is a maximum of 10. So if you have like no heals and she just gets hit with a bunch of damage, her passive Archgen just drops significant. This is why I'm talking about new and old players. I'm thinking about everything. And then when we look at their stacking debuffs, Shadow also gives Archgen. He gives 30 Archgen, just 30 bursts, and then you factor in the passive. He's a good Archgener while also doing good debuffs, 60% physical resistance, and then evasion rate. He also has an art that is like Delta's, that is mid, but has an AoE allies won't flinch for 20 seconds. Situational, but it's good. And it's AoE, it's supportive abilities. And again, it's the best characters in the game are characters that are supports. Why we think Mako is so good, why we think Heart's so good. Hoka, right? These characters give a lot to other characters, and that's what makes them timeless, quote unquote, and unpower creepable or whatever. Shadow has some of that in the kit, which allows, if his damage falls off, other characters to be able to utilize what he has. Number 2, we have Alpha. The thing I can compare her to the most, at least on first glance, is something like Hoka. Her buff is actually really good for 100% physical damage. Her arts, you're not really going to be using it much. The ability, you're not going to be proccing it as much because it requires her to be near death. And then, it runs the risk of, your team actually dying before Alpha. That can happen, and then you won't get the use out of the 100% heal, so your whole team could be dying, and if she's max HP, you're not going to get it. Aside from the true art super arts, I don't really see you using anything else. Best character, without a doubt, no question, don't care what you say. You can disagree with me, and you're entitled to that opinion, but your opinion is wrong, and your challenge and questioning of my authority that I do not have is wrong. You must bow down. Anyways, I'm getting carried away. Beta's the best. The best, has the most potential out of any character in this damn collab. Has the most universal buffs in this damn collab. Is the best for new players in this damn collab. She's just the GOAT. If you get Beta, you won. So you're getting Archgen on the charts, damage reduction, and then on the arts you're getting a barrier, and then for water units you're getting a heal. Insane synergy. And then again, on the left of her, the unit gets 150% damage just for her being in your team. Massive synergy with everything in her kit, and it gets even better with the super arts. Increases all allies magic damage by 80%, times the number of water units up to 320%. 320%. That is huge. And she has amazing synergy with every single part of her kit that you want to use every part of her kit. Absolutely amazing. I feel like Beta has the most amount of flexibility. Even then, maybe her and the Summer Ilya will probably be an irreplaceable combo. Summer Ilya has more chances to go away when there's another character that does something similar. But I feel like Beta might be the heart or the juice of these water magic teams. Especially the ones for sustain anyways, because she has so much sustain just free and built into her kit. And I bet you she's going to have a defense slot, so it's going to be even better. At least, from my memory, something like that. She's definitely going to be there, a must pick if you want to run this kind of team. So definitely get her if you want to run that. That is the Eminence and Shadow. Remember to smash like on the video because it's free, and subscribe so you never miss a video. Loving Beta because she's OP. Signing off.